Okay, so in preparation of the Vampire Lestat coming out, premiering season 3, June 7th, AMC Plus has a new series going on called the Vampire Lestat After Dark series. And it's pretty much a behind the scenes moment with the cast. It's to be more intimate, and we've seen these with a lot of limited series, or even we'll say exclusive series, where we the audience, can feel like we can pick the cast brain a little bit and see what's going on, what's their anticipation, what was it like working on the set. And I watched it and I really enjoyed it. I felt as if it was a nice little crumb for the audience, to get you all amped and get you all excited. But one thing that I will say, it was about 30 minutes long, I believe. And I would say everybody is a nervous wreck I would say, in the best way. Everybody is a nervous wreck in the best way. You could tell that especially the core cast, because they had Sam, Jacob, Delaney, and Assad, which those characters are Lestat, Louis, Claudia, and Armand. And Daniel, Eric Bogosian, he was there through I would say, through the computer. And they had the showrunner and the executive producer. So everybody's really nervous, I could feel, because I think number one, they know that they can't tell us anything for real. But also, I think they truly understand the weight of what they are working with. And I think it's really setting on them and dawning on them like the true phenomenon that this show really is. And I think the audience as well, like even watching it, I was like, damn, this show is huge. Like it has a big following. And to know that it's only going to get bigger and bigger because of the not even just the hype around it, but just the story in itself. It's going to take on another life and another all these twists and turns. And that was another thing that was pointed out by I think his name is Roland, the showrunner. He pretty much said that everything that we grew to love and that we knew about seasons 1 and 2 will be turned up on side of its head in season 3. And what I understood that is that season 1 and 2, they kept saying the way that it ended was elegant, like with Lestat and Louis coming together. It did kind of feel like a finale to it, like there was a good ending. And Lestat's story is gonna come in and pretty much road runner, like Tasmanian devil through all of that. And even Sam was saying we get to see Lestat in real time, like really question himself and process things. Like we're gonna really see Lestat in his true form, almost kind of like in a human form a little bit. To see him really have to ruminate within his insecurities and really trying to find his identity, and just I would say just piecing together all the things that are him. And then another thing to add to that is that they said, as far as the timeline, we're about 1.5 to 2 years since Louis and Lestat reconnected. So I think that was also a good thing to point out. We do have a good time frame, and I think that does make sense as far as Louis and Lestat, trying to, not even just rekindle, but also rectify a lot of unresolved issues and anxieties and also animosities held against each other. And so when this book comes out, it's like dropping a bomb on an already fragile foundation. It was already like, listen, bitch, I was starting to like you again, and then you did that snake shit. Um, and it's gonna be an extremely wild ride. And another thing that I love, which will really, I feel, get to the theater kid in me, and also just the theater kid and I guess anybody watching this show, is that the music really played a huge role in this. And pretty much all of the episodes were tailored to its own song. So they were saying that it kind of feels like each episode will feel like its own song, but the entire season will feel as if it's its own album. And I think that's a really cool way to put it, and also a really exciting thing to look forward to. because I think it's a good thing that, you know, it's going to really knock you off your feet. And Nikki is going to play a big character this season. They did say that because with Louis, we kind of expect what not expect what to see, but we have expectations of what we want to see and kind of expectations of what we want from certain characters just based on how they show up through Louis. But everything will be um so much different. And a good thing is that Claudia will be back. And from what Delaney was saying, she was like Claudia is in her dark, torturous, what did she say? Like dark, torturous energy. I was like, oh, so Claudia is coming back for blood. Like she is coming to dig her heels in people's consciousness and make them feel like shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm here for it, Claudia. Make them feel like shit. Make them feel like shit. It's the least you can do, girl. It is the least. But I am really excited because I think it's going to be a recurring show that's going to be having a new episode after each new episode of the season. Kind of the cast way of discussing the show with the fans. So I will be reviewing that as well. Also the show as well. I am just so excited to become utterly obsessed. Like I can just feel it. I can just feel it coming and I'm just so ready for it. But yeah, that was the first episode of the Vampire Lestat After Dark series. It's a new series with AMC Plus that is best to be watched alongside with the episode as a way of a more intimate overview and the casting and also the writing and the music behind the storytelling that they intended for each episode.